Last night, we saw the future of the NBA go head-to-head when Victor Wembanyama took on Anthony Edwards, and last night, it was cinematic. To start the season, Victor Wembanyama has been unreal, an alien, some would say, averaging 20.6 points per game, 10.2 rebounds, while also blocking 3.3 shots and getting 1.3 steals per game. Guys, not only is he looking to make history by winning Rookie of the Year, but also taking home the Defensive Player Award as well. This is definitely in the cards, and already, I would say, we should book it. And then we had a guy like Anthony Edwards, who is about a year away from being in the MVP conversation. A guy who is prevailing his team as one of the best defenses in basketball, ranking number 1 in points allowed per game, but also making the jump from 19 points per game in his rookie season to all the way to 26 this season, shooting 46% from the field and 38% from 3. Anthony Edwards is a dog. And tonight, or last night I should say, was a cinematic movie. Edwards, Victor Wembanyama. Let's break it down right now. Okay, so let's start off. We have a little bit of a fast break opportunity here for the Spurs, and what we see San Antonio do a lot is we try to push the ball to the corner and find our guy Victor Wembanyama every single time down the floor, even if Rudy Gobert is defending him. So boom, let's get the ball into the post, right? Now what we notice right away is number 1, Kyle Anderson closed out way too much, right? Into the bench. Now, what do we want to see here? You can easily kick this out for a 3, or you can fake out the defense and allow him to drive into the paint for an open layup. Look at this. So, Victor looks this way, kind of acts like he doesn't even see this man cutting, so Rudy Gobert doesn't help to this side of the floor. Behind the back pass, finds him wide open for a dunk, gets it to go. Absolutely just insane court vision by Victor Wembanyama. Okay, next play down the floor, what we see here is, again, we have this mismatch, right? And every time we get this mismatch, we want to clear out this right side of the floor. That way we can isolate our best player versus, one guy we really believe we can beat every single time down the floor. Now, what to notice is Rudy Gobert is playing a little bit too far outside this painted area, which means we have the baseline. So let's watch how Victor Wembanyama plays it. Boom, spins baseline, and once Victor Wembanyama gets to where he wants to go, it's almost impossible to stop this man. So boom, gets around the corner, and at this point, it is just a little bit too late for Rudy Gobert to even contest this shot. Gets an easy dunk to go. How do you stop Victor Wembanyama? Okay, and this is what makes Anthony Edwards such a special player. What we're going to see here is the offense tailing up, but he's in the back, right? He's trying to get up the court. Now, what we see right now, as Anthony Edwards gets into frame, we have such a, they're playing off coverage, right? And whenever you play off coverage, especially versus a guy like Anthony Edwards, you're going to pay. So, boom, let's not let the defense fully set up. Let me just step into a 3. We see our guy right here is backpedaling. If you're going to do that versus me or Anthony Edwards, right? That's what he's thinking. I'm going to shoot over you every single day of the week. Steps into a 3, stops on a dime, and gets it to go. Anthony Edwards is legit an MVP candidate in a couple of years from now. He's already starting to show it. Now again, here's another good play. What we're going to see here, the ball handler, Kyle Anderson, is going to kick it out to Anthony Edwards. Now what we're going to see here early on is Zach Collins. What we want to see defensively, or if you're Anthony Edwards, is to see how much he presses up off this screen. So once Kyle Anderson kicks it over to, Anthony Edwards, he's going to run over and set this high screen here, allowing Anthony Edwards to go over it, right? So once you get right here, you're reading this big man. If he steps up to the 3-point line, you drive right by him into the lane and then work the defense. But in this scenario, we see Zach Collins kind of stop here at this left elbow, and what Anthony Edwards does is decides, I'm just going to pull up and shoot. If you're not going to play defense on me, I will make you pay 9 times out of 10. Boom, another 3 goes down. Guys, before we get back into this video, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get the video up to over 200 likes. But also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we're going to be covering Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards for the rest of the season. So make sure you guys subscribe, turn on post notifications, and give me one word to describe both Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards in the comment section down below. But without any further ado, let's get right back into today's video. And here comes Victor Wembanyama. Now, this play is amazing. We're going to get a little screen here by Rudy Gobert, but watch how Victor Wembanyama plays defense on two guys at the same time. So, boom, we have Kyle Anderson coming over the top. This is where he likes to throw up a little left-handed floater, a little right-handed scoop layup, but with Victor Wembanyama there, he makes every single NBA player think twice about throwing up a layup in this situation. So, instead, Kyle Anderson decides, let me throw a bounce pass here to Rudy Gobert. Victor Wembanyama already contested this little, jumper off the screen, right? He already put his hand up, ready, set, boom, ready, contesting that. Bounce pass over to Rudy Gobert, turns his body, and realizes, I need to contest this shot by Rudy Gobert. Boom, gets a block, and ends up getting the rebound. Guys, he's an alien. And this play right here just goes to show the potential of Victor Wembanyama, not only as a future MVP of the league, but even a potential great of all time, right? Victor Wembanyama has that potential. Watch him break down his opponent, understand where he's going to succeed the most in this scenario. You have Rudy Gobert down here in the paint, so the one thing Victor Wembanyama is thinking is, I probably got to take a jump shot with 6 seconds left on the shot clock here. Let me just isolate, sidestep, looking like Jason Tatum, puts up a 3-ball, gets it to fall. It's unreal. Now, a big thing I love about Anthony Edwards is he knows his surroundings. Now, what I mean by that is, you notice right here, Victor Wembanyama is on the side getting ready to check back into the game. Now, with that being said, there's no big man down here. You're really not too worried about Zach Collins blocking too many shots. So what does Anthony Edwards do? He attacks the weakness of his opponent. And what that is the paint. So let's get a double screen here by Naz Reid and Rudy Gobert. Let's drive. Let's attack this baseline, because quite frankly, I am not scared of anyone inside this paint. Not only do I have a rolling Rudy Gobert, who is a big threat and going to draw a lot of attention here by these backside defenders, but also I'm getting into the paint, and quite frankly, I have the confidence that no one's going to stop me. That's exactly what's going through Anthony Edwards' head as he goes in for a reverse layup. Unbelievable basket. This is why he's slowly going to start to take over the NBA. Guys, real quickly before we get right back into this video, go do me a favor, check out the link in the description, go sign up to Underdog Fantasy. Guys, this is the easiest way to win money right now. When you sign up, they're going to give you a free $100 depending on how much your first deposit is, but also they're going to give you steals, right? Free plays, and they do it all the time. For example, once you sign up, they're going to give you a free play. It's going to be Tyrese Halliburton over half a point. The easiest money you'll ever make. And not only do they have the Pacers, but they have every team you can think of. The Spurs, the Celtics, the Nuggets, whatever you want to bet on, they have, right? They have NBA, NHL, tennis, FIFA, MLB, MMA, everything you can think of, they have it. Go sign up, use my promo code, get your free money, go get your free square, pair it up with another lock of the day, right? I'm going to look at some of these today, maybe post on my community tab, my picks. But let me know in the comments down below. Go check it out, look at some of these, and comment down below your lock of the day for tonight. We also talked about how Anthony Edwards is helping lead this team to one of the best defenses in the NBA. Look at this. So we're going to get some help here on the backside by Anthony Edwards. They're trying to feed Victor Wembanyama here the ball because we're getting a double team up top by Rudy Gobert and another defender here. So Devin Vassell just tosses it up, says, I have Victor Wembanyama. I can toss this anywhere I want, but this is where Anthony Edwards is amazing. He takes the extra gamble. Let me get in here and try to disrupt this play. If it's, succeeds, it's a steal. If it doesn't succeed, we're getting open 3 by Cedi Osman, an open cut by Blake Wesley, or an open 3 by Keldon Johnson. But Anthony Edwards ends up getting his hands in the cookie jar, gets a steal, and then ultimately gets Nickeil Alexander-Walker on a fast break, who then finds Anthony Edwards under the basket, who then gets a layup to go. And none of this happens without the excellent defense of Anthony Edwards. And here we go again. Another thing I love about Anthony Edwards in this Minnesota offense is you see how well they spread the floor here. You got Naz Reid, you got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and then you got some guys in the right corner over here, leaving not only the paint open, but also the top of the key. If you can isolate and create some space on your defender, you're going to absolutely cook. All he does here, isolates, step back three over his defender's outstretched arms and gets it to go. Guys, I'm telling you, this game right here is the future of the NBA. Anthony Edwards and Victor Wembanyama are going to run this league. Now, here we go. The moment we've been waiting for. A play where Anthony Edwards meets Victor Wembanyama at the rim. Who do you think wins this matchup? So we're going to get an off-ball screen here by Nickeil Alexander-Walker and a handoff from Rudy Gobert over to Anthony Edwards. Now what we see here is something you don't see a lot of guys in the NBA want to do, right? Once you get Victor Wembanyama in the paint, you're going to drive in there, right? You're going to have this one-on-one matchup, which quite frankly, a lot of guys think twice about actually putting up a shot in this situation. But he says, again, I have all the confidence in the world. I'm going to put it up over the Defensive Player of the Year, and he actually gets it to fall. The confidence, the unbelievable finish at the basket. What a play. And then there was other times in this game where Victor Wembanyama didn't even have to jump when he was blocking shots. Blocks it without even jumping. Dude, this dude is an anomaly. It doesn't even make sense. Look at this. His feet are firmly planted on the ground. I mean, maybe he's on his tippy toes, but gets a block shot on his tippy toes and the rebound. What?